Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Buddhism and Life. Today, we will explore an intriguing and seemingly mysterious story about unlocking the secret to reading someone's thoughts. Let's listen together. Have you ever wished you could truly understand what someone is thinking without them saying a word? Imagine the power of knowing a person's true emotions, intentions, and desires simply by observing their behavior. In the world of Buddhism, mindfulness and deep awareness teach us that every gesture, every glance, and even moments of silence reveal far more than spoken words. In today's exploration, we dive into ancient Buddhist wisdom and modern techniques that help us unlock the hidden language of the mind. Through a captivating Buddhist story, we will uncover how observation, mindfulness, and nonverbal cues shape our understanding of the people around us. Stay with us until the end because what you're about to learn might just change the way you see the world forever. Are you ready to unlock the secret to reading people's minds? Let's begin. The power of observation in Buddhism. In Buddhist philosophy, mindfulness and observation are core tenets. The ability to perceive beyond words and understand the emotions and intentions of others is rooted in deep awareness. According to Buddhist teachings, our actions, speech, and even our silence communicate more than we realize. A famous Buddhist story illustrates this concept. It involves a blind man who, despite his lack of sight, was able to discern hidden truths about people and situations. His wisdom came not from supernatural abilities but from keen observation and deep understanding of human behavior. The story of the blind brother. In a small village, two brothers lived together. The older brother was blind and spent most of his time at home, while the younger brother worked as a farmer. Their farm was often damaged by animals, causing distress to the younger brother. One day, he devised a plan. He asked his blind brother to sit in the field and shout whenever he heard animals, scaring them away. One day, a deer ran through the field, breaking the fence, followed shortly by a king hunting the animal. The king, noticing the blind man, asked if he had seen the deer. The blind man replied that he had not seen it but knew that the animal was not worth chasing. When questioned further, he revealed that the deer was a pregnant doe. Shocked, the king ordered his men to verify this claim, and they confirmed that the blind man was correct. Amazed by his insight, the king tested him further. He asked the blind man if his wife was faithful, threatening him with death if he refused to answer. The blind man agreed to answer but requested to be left alone with the queen. When he asked to touch the queen, she became furious and attacked him. Later, he told the king that she was unfaithful because her reaction showed that she was easily moved by physical contact. Lastly, the king asked if he was truly his father's son. The blind man, after receiving assurance that the king would not be angry, answered that the king was indeed his father's son but was also under the shadow of a miserly merchant. When the king asked his mother, she confirmed that a merchant had helped raise him, explaining his stingy tendencies. The blind man's ability to read situations came from observing behavior, understanding human nature, and applying logic, skills that anyone can develop. 3 techniques to read people's minds. The blind brother in the story demonstrated 3 essential techniques that anyone can use to read people's thoughts and emotions. 1. Observing the eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. They reveal a person's emotions, intentions, and sometimes even their thoughts. Buddhist monks practice deep observation to understand others better. If someone avoids eye contact, they may be lying or hiding something. If their pupils dilate, they are interested or excited. A fixed gaze without movement shows deep focus or honesty. Rapid blinking or looking around may indicate nervousness or discomfort. Observing the eyes requires patience and attentiveness. It is not just about where a person is looking but also how they are looking. Are they shifting their gaze frequently? Are they avoiding direct contact? These are small but powerful indicators of a person's state of mind. To develop this skill, practice active eye contact with people during conversations. Focus on their gaze patterns, pupil movements, and reactions to different topics. This can help you gauge their level of interest, sincerity, and emotional state. Buddhist monks often use this technique when engaging in deep conversations, allowing them to respond with wisdom and compassion. 2. Reading facial expressions. Facial expressions often communicate what words do not. By analyzing small facial movements, we can discern emotions and intentions. A genuine smile involves not only the mouth but also the eyes. Furrowed brows indicate deep thought, confusion, or worry. Tight lips may signal disapproval, secrecy, or stress. Raised eyebrows suggest surprise, curiosity, or skepticism. In Buddhist meditation practices, monks are trained to notice these micro-expressions. This deep awareness allows them to respond with wisdom and compassion. They do not react hastily but instead interpret these signs in a way that fosters understanding and connection. Facial expressions can also reveal hidden emotions. For example, a person may try to suppress anger but might show a brief tightening of the jaw or nostrils. Recognizing these subtle cues allows you to address concerns with patience and understanding, preventing conflicts and miscommunications. 3. Understanding body language. Gestures and posture reveal much about a person's state of mind. Crossed arms can indicate defensiveness or discomfort. Leaning in shows interest and engagement. Touching the face frequently may signal anxiety or deceit. Tapping fingers or feet suggests impatience or nervousness. The way a person stands, moves, and gestures tells a story beyond their spoken words. A tense body might indicate stress, while open and relaxed postures suggest comfort and confidence. Buddhist monks often use body language cues to gauge the emotions of those they interact with, offering advice or support accordingly. To become proficient in reading body language, observe how people move in different social settings. Do they mirror your gestures, indicating rapport and trust? Are their movements rigid or hesitant, suggesting discomfort? Understanding these cues allows you to navigate social interactions with greater empathy and awareness. Practical exercises to improve mind-reading skills. To refine these 3 techniques, consider practicing the following exercises. 1. Mindful observation. Spend a few minutes each day observing people in public spaces without interacting with them. Take note of their body language, facial expressions, and eye movements. Try to infer their emotions based on what you observe. 2. Empathy training. Engage in active listening during conversations, focusing not only on the words spoken but also on the nonverbal signals. Reflect on how a person's body language aligns with their spoken words. 3. Role reversal. Stand in front of a mirror and practice different facial expressions and gestures. Observe how subtle changes in your eyes, mouth, and posture affect your overall expression. This will help you recognize similar patterns in others. 4. Silent communication. Practice conveying emotions without using words. Engage in exercises where you attempt to communicate happiness, sadness, or concern using only facial expressions and body language. This helps develop a deeper sensitivity to nonverbal cues in others. 5. Journaling observations. Keep a journal of daily interactions where you note down significant nonverbal cues you observed in people. Over time, this practice will sharpen your ability to read emotions and thoughts more accurately. 6. Observational games. Engage in small exercises where you try to guess a friend's emotions based on their facial expressions and body language before they verbally express how they feel. Compare your observations with their actual feelings to enhance your accuracy. 7. Guided meditation for awareness. Practicing mindfulness meditation with a focus on body awareness can help train your mind to become more perceptive of subtle nonverbal cues in daily interactions. Integrating these techniques into daily life. By incorporating these observation techniques into daily interactions, you can enhance your ability to connect with others and navigate social situations more effectively. Whether in professional settings, personal relationships, or spiritual practices, understanding nonverbal cues fosters deeper empathy and meaningful communication. Applying mind reading in various contexts. In professional settings, understanding colleagues' nonverbal cues can improve teamwork, leadership, and negotiation skills. A manager who recognizes an employee's hesitation can provide reassurance and encouragement, leading to a more positive work environment. In personal relationships, being attuned to a partner's unspoken emotions can strengthen trust and emotional connection. Noticing signs of stress or sadness before they are verbally expressed allows for supportive communication. In parenting, parents who are mindful of their child's body language can detect distress, anxiety, or unspoken needs, helping them respond with greater understanding and patience. In teaching and coaching, Teachers and mentors who observe students' nonverbal reactions can tailor their approach to maximize engagement and learning. In meditation and self-awareness, practicing self-observation allows for greater control over personal expressions and reactions, leading to better self-regulation and emotional intelligence. Mindfulness as the foundation. Buddhist philosophy emphasizes that reading people's minds should always be rooted in compassion. The goal is not to manipulate or judge but to cultivate awareness and foster genuine connections. Through mindfulness, patience, and active observation, you can develop a profound ability to understand the unspoken language of human emotions. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, without distraction or judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, you become more attuned to the subtle cues in people's behavior, allowing you to respond with wisdom rather than react impulsively. Practicing mindfulness also helps develop emotional intelligence, which is crucial for understanding others. By recognizing your own emotional states and how they influence your perceptions, you gain greater clarity in reading people's minds accurately. Meditation, breathing exercises, and self-reflection are valuable tools to enhance mindfulness. By continuously practicing and refining these skills, you will gain valuable insights into human behavior, leading to more harmonious and insightful interactions with those around you. The more mindful and observant you become, the stronger your connections will be, making every interaction more meaningful and impactful. Ultimately, integrating these techniques into daily life fosters not only better communication but also a more peaceful and empathetic world, in which people feel truly seen and understood. The ability to read people's minds is not about mystical powers but rather about the power of deep awareness and understanding. Buddhist wisdom teaches us that true perception comes from mindfulness, patience, and a genuine desire to connect with others. Now that you've learned these techniques, think about your daily interactions. How often do you miss the subtle cues people give you? How would your relationships change if you paid closer attention? We encourage you to try these methods and observe the impact they have on your connections with others. If you found this exploration into human perception fascinating, let us know in the comments below. Have you ever noticed a person's unspoken emotions before they said a word? Share your experiences with us. And don't forget to subscribe to Buddhism and Life for more insights into Buddhist wisdom and mindfulness practices. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, may your awareness bring you clarity, wisdom, and deeper connections.